What happens when we die? Well, I don't know. It's hard to imagine what'll happen to our loved ones when they go. If they're sent somewhere fantastical, a world of floating clouds, or if they're trapped in an abyss, somehow unable to get out. Is there something more? Is there life after death, or is this world the only one, and once you've left, there's nothing left? I can't seem to find an answer, no matter how hard I try. But what happens when it's over? What happens when we die? What happens when we go? Well, I'm not really sure. What will happen when we're not around to be here anymore? Is it religion, faith, or science here that tells us what is true? When we're gone away from this world, do we appear in one anew? If so, what do we do all day? What do we feel, hear, and see? Is the afterlife a menu from a retro DVD? Do we watch scenes from our life, view the highlights bit by bit, the exciting parts we live again and those boring parts we skip? What happens when it's done? When it's finished? When all the love and pain and happiness has soon become diminished? Are we transported to another place, a world of hopes and dreams? Do we get to choose that place we rest for all eternity? Because I'd choose the Disney castle. That would be my home, and I'd live right there in paradise with everyone I've known. We'd eat our weight in chocolate and drink cider till the morning. Our health would be atrocious and the hangovers appalling. What happens when we're finished? When we reached our fate? When we travel on that escalator up to heaven's gate? When we meet the great almighty, be made to grovel, made to crawl? Will we have to face the reckoning, the judgment of it all? Will it make us show our worthiness, discuss our good and sin, like trying to convince a nightclub bouncer just to let you in? You show him your ID, tell him your date of birth, but now it's not a night of fun, it's to decide your fate and worth. What happens at the ending, when the final song has played, when the endless sleep is imminent and the lights begin to fade, when we've reached the peak of all we've done, of all we've ever made, when we've sung that final encore and we're ushered off the stage? Do we accept our losses and fold with what we've got? Even if we went all in, we knew we'd never take the pot. Do we settle and go ever gentle into that good night? Or do we turn the page and rage against the dying of the light? What happens when it's ended? When it's done? When the theme park rides are closing and we've harbored all our fun? When we're at the arcade machines but all our coins are spent and we just can't seem to fathom where they're gone or where they went? Just one more piece of cotton candy, one more merry-go-ride, one more spiraling descent upon the helter-skelter slide. One more view upon the sunset burning red against the sky, its dying rays are blazing right into my very eyes. What happens when this movie ends, when the credits start to roll, when our mortal measure separates our body from our soul, when the door slowly closes, when it slides against the wall, when the spotlight cuts to black and yet we miss that curtain call? Will we be missed, remembered endlessly, or be forgotten, left to rot and leave a broken legacy? Or in the dignity of death, will we manage to reach fame? When's the last time anybody else will ever say your name? What happens when our heart decides to beat its final beat? When we've left behind existence and we're forced to face defeat? When we've done all our own living, whether let long or cut short, like it was all one massive mission that we've been made to abort? And that's the thing. I don't want to know what finishes this venture. To me, the mystery of death is the awfully big adventure, so I guess I'll have to wait to find out. When the end is nigh, what happens when it's over? What happens when we die?